Arla's deputy chairman, Jentoft Nørgaard, was in Nigeria this week as Arla Foods co-hosted a two-day roundtable meeting in Abuja. At the meeting, Arla was joined by government officials from Nigeria and Denmark, representatives from the local West African dairy sector, and key NGOs. The meeting was part of the Milky Way to Development Alliance, through which Arla has set out to learn how the company can support local milk production in West Africa. Ever since Arla announced a year ago its ambition to triple sales in sub-Saharan Africa by 2020, the company has made a long-term commitment to ensure that its import of products from Europe will not have a negative impact on local dairy farmers. During the visit in Nigeria, Arla's deputy chairman Jentoft Nørgaard, who is a dairy farmer himself, took time to visit local dairy farms and milk collection centers to learn more about the challenges that local farmers are faced with. For him, it was an eye-opening experience.
Det gør dybt indtryk, fordi jeg kan jo se, at de har nogle kæmpe udfordringer, som de mangler at få løst, for at de kan skabe et liv og et udkomme af deres liv i de her små landsbysamfund. Jeg kan man næsten sige gårdsamfund, hvor far, mor, børn og børn de bor sammen. Og derfor har jeg dyb respekt for den udfordring, de står overfor. Jeg tror så til gengæld, at de kan lære rigtig meget af andelstanken i Danmark, som blev skabt for mere end 130 år siden. Vi har utrolig stor respekt for hinanden rundt i verden som landmænd. Og jeg har også en stor respekt for, at hvis vi som Arla, som europæiske bønder, skal have lov til at komme med vores produkter, så er vi også nødt til at give plads til andre end Arla Foods. Og der, hvor de virkelig har en force hernede, det er, at de kan måske de friske mejeriprodukter. Jeg tror så aldrig, at de vil kunne udvikle sig til at blive en selvforsynende marked og et eksporterende marked her fra Afrika, for det har de klimatiske muligheder for.
A typical milk farmer in Nigeria has about 13 cows. Often without access to electricity in the extreme heat, keeping the milk chilled during production and distribution is one of the many challenges. Here at the Paikon Gore Grazing Reserve, a few hours outside Abuja, much of the local milk is collected in small open bowls or buckets, processed into a yogurt base that is then driven to the nearest town in the trunk of a car and sold to local processors. A container with 4 liters of yogurt is sold for 800 naira, which is about $2.50 US. That is, if they can get it to a buyer before it perishes in the heat. Today, there are about 175 million people in Nigeria, but the UN expects that number to grow with an extra 30 million people in only 4 years' time. Most of this growth is happening in the bigger cities like Lagos, Kano, or here in Abuja. At the moment, 2/3 of dairy consumption in Nigeria is covered by imported products, but demand is growing at a rate that offers plenty of potential for both importers and local producers. And while the challenges are mounting for local milk production, at times making the Milky Way to development look long and winding, Arla is prepared to offer long-term support and know-how to West African dairy farming, adding another local leg to its current import business.
I think it's important to engage in the local milk sector because we want to see a development of the dairy sector in Nigeria. If we manage to lift the Nigerian, not only dairy sector, but the Nigerian economy, then we will also have a better market and there are better opportunities to do business.
For more information about Arla's commitment to local production in Africa, go to arla.com.